Welcome back aboard BLERD FORCE 1 with your boys Mo and Ladi. And today we are reviewing X-Men 97, Season 1, Episode 9. It's entitled Tolerance is Extinction Part 2. It's come to you from Disney+. So, what did we think about it? And should you be watching? And before we get into this review, get down there, hit like on this video. Ladi, the penultimate episode. So you know it's got to be going down. Last episode was ridiculous. Like, it's, you know, the Prime Sentinels attacking. It looking like The Walking Dead with superpowers. You know, the X-Men are just like going through it. Roberto's mom is a piece of shit. Bastion is apparently he's got a bit of a kink with Magneto. Magneto was you know, he was not crucified, but he was in his little black Speedos. So, you know, there was some stuff going on last episode, and it looked like the X-Men had their backs against the wall. But somebody, Val Cooper, had a change of heart and let Magneto out, and he's fucked the world up. So that's where we are here. Oh, and I guess Charles came back, his sorry ass. So, and I'm going to tell you why I'm saying that later on in the episode. Ladi, before I ask you, you know, what you thought, I'm just have to say this episode could also have been called The Roast of Charles Xavier. Because, my God, everybody was cooking his ass in this episode. So, Ladi, what did you think about this episode?
Loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. And there's going to be phones that are going to be picked up. Because I called this shit, fucking called this shit since episode 1. Yes, I did. And we could go back into the ether. All of a sudden, I'm seeing on threads people saying he's coming. I'm like, There's only one person that's allowed to say this, and this is me. Because I was calling this all the way back before I even knew Charles was alive. I said he's coming.
Yeah,
he's coming.
It's real.
I said there's no other. I'm like, it's just coming. You know, that's just a preview. We're going to talk about it when we go into spoilers, but like, I really like this episode. It was, again, action packed. Again, mutants choosing sides. Beast, for some reason, was roasting a woman now at her bedside. I'm like, okay, Beast.
he's got that jungle fever, I guess.
Then Scott again just is like going off on somebody and just walking away. Freaking Cable just, I'm confused of what's happening with Cable, but overall, wait, what are you about to say?
No, he's kind of coming to terms with his dad now that his mom's dead, you know, so he's figuring out how to be around him, basically.
Yeah, and just great overall episodes to see Storm back with the X-Men, and like I love that meme where I can't remember the actor's name, but he was bringing back pizza. And
Donald Glover.
Yeah, but they edited that he was wearing Storm's clothes.
Everything's all, yeah. She and Forge come back. Everything's all fucked up. Charles had got the nerve. This motherfucker got the nerve to be sleeping up in the bed, up in the mansion, like that shit ain't about to fall over. Like, yeah, this episode was great. It's not so many. You know, we talked about previous episodes. There was a lot of messages and like allegories, and we could dig into like the kind of philosophy and themes. This episode is about that's time to whoop ass. There is a little bit of stuff in it. Like there's a great character moment between Jean and Aurora.
Yeah.
And I was like, why are y'all doing this right now? But okay, you know, you're getting shot at, but cool. Let's have this little moment. But a real, you know, sister moment. Like, this is a found family. They are sisters. They've been at it together for a while, and it's kind of like reinforcing a moment they had earlier in the season. And they're dropping bars in this in this week. You know, in the last couple weeks, there's been a lot of, you know, spitting rhymes and spitting real bars, but I didn't know that the X-Men 97 writing team were about that life too, because there were bars left, right, and center in this episode. Charles getting roasted appropriately. Magneto is just, he's in his villain mode now. He's just like, nah, fuck y'all humans. And like, look, rightly so. The man got, he got strung up, he got collared, he got to, he watched people that he swore to protect get killed in front of him, and he had the people that were responsible for it had him, basically by the balls. And because one of them had a change of heart, now he's free, and he's like, oh, y'all, I'm fucking it all up. This whole place, fuck this place. And he, he's just like, and like, there's a bit where he confronts Charles at the X Mansion, and Charles Xavier got the fucking nerve to get on his goddamn high horse. Like, Ladi, I don't know about you, I was like, if you don't shut your ass up for real though, you can't talk about nothing. Like, am I wrong? Like, I know I'm not wrong about that.
No.
Oh, bitch ass Charles, bitch ass Charles Xavier.
I was like, Charles, you've been gone for too long, man. You gotta. Spoiler alert! Shut up.
When I tell you, first of all, I pointed at the screen. I said it before he was like, I got to say 2 words here. I was like, shut up. And he was like, shut up. I was like, Magneto, I feel that. Like, in the whole episode, Charles is, you see this motherfucker speechifying the whole damn episode to everybody. And I'm just like, shut the fuck up, man. It's time, enough of the words. Because all your words ain't gonna fucking fix this stuff. Were you surprised at the 2 people that chose to go with Magneto?
No. I wasn't surprised at all. I was like, she definitely gone. I was like, I was not surprised at all with Rogue. I knew that was happening. But I was sort of surprised with Roberto, right? Yeah, I was a little surprised with Roberto because him and what's her name had a thing, and then I kind of love towards the end when they're having their little spout. He was like, "Oh, I didn't mean to hurt you,"
and she is like, and boy, she was getting at it. But yeah, no, Roberto, it made sense. His mom seemed like she was cool until she gave him up. She turned him over. She sent him essentially to concentration camp just to maintain appearances. So yeah, worst mom of the year in this show, definitely. But a lot of people are a bit, they were echoing what Val Cooper said in the previous episode, which is Magneto was right. So we're watching basically the X-Men sort of choosing a side here, which, let me say, I think Magneto is right about most everything in this. He's not right about fucking the Earth up. Can we agree on that? He's just like, fuck this world and the people on it. I don't care. I got Asteroid M. All the mutants that want to come up here can, roll up. And all I can think was, but it's like Earth. It's like, what are you gonna do? Like, you're just gonna let the Earth like burn, and then where are you going to go after that? Like, doesn't make much sense. But his whole villain arc, and I don't even want to call it villain arc. He's justified, I think, and Val Cooper laid it out pretty well about why he's justified. But that, of course, doesn't stop the X-Men from coming up there and trying to stop his stuff. Now, I want to ask you a question. We're deep into spoilers now, so it's fine. Should the X-Men have split up?
You said, did the X-Men have to split up?
Like, should they have split up to deal with this? Like, because the thing is, Storm was like, well, we only have like 12 hours, and then the Earth's magnetic field is going to collapse completely, and then it's all done. So their idea was, let's go deal with Bastion. Let's deal with him and like collar him, and then he won't be the Prime Sentinels won't be up. But let's also go talk to Magneto to stop this whole thing from happening. Because the idea is that if he restarts the magnetic field, everything will go back to normal, and then Bastion will have power, and then the Prime Sentinels will wake up again. And so that's the idea. Mind you, That's stupid. That doesn't make any sense, physically. But whatever. That's the idea. So the question is, should they have gone to split the teams up and go fight both of these fights?
No. The number one thing was Magneto. Number one priority and only priority should be Magneto. Bastion, okay. I mean, at least there'll still be a world to fight for with whatever happens with Bastion.
Yeah.
But if you don't stop Magneto, the world is about to nuke. It's about to blow up, or not blow
well, it's
up.
just the magnetic field goes away, and then the radiation.
It's gonna get burned away by solar winds. So the entire X-Men should have went to go fight Magneto. I have no idea. Charles Xavier, that woman's vagina messed his mind up. That woman's vagina literally turned Charles Xavier into an idiot because he was making some bad decisions. I'm like, damn.
But he's been making a lot of bad, and he, like I said, he got roasted the whole episode. Rightfully, President Kelly was giving him the business. Scott was giving him the business. Magneto, Rogue. I mean, everybody just giving him the business, even though they're still following him. They split the teams up, and I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. But here's the other thing: Magneto may have been in it, really righteously angry and everything like that. True. I feel like they could have come to some kind of understanding, and it would have been very easy. All they would have had to say is, "Hey, we know where a Bastion is. You want to go fuck him up? All right, cool. You have magnetism. Literally just land Asteroid M on top of the fucking island. Asteroid M's huge, right? All right, drop Asteroid M on top of the island where Bastion is. There. Problem solved. That motherfucker's dead. All right, let's restart the magnetic. Right? Am I wrong about that? So, this... But yes, we have to have the drama and everything like that. As far as that goes, there were good fights and everything. Bastion, sort of being on top of his game, somehow not wanting to impale people with his little, tendrils or whatever. But whatever. That whole fight going on. Cable showing off his powers, and also Mr. Sinister versus Jean. My dude. That fucking fight, man. I felt like I was watching an anime fight. I felt like I was watching Goku and Vegeta fight. Am I wrong about that?
You're not wrong. It was great.
I mean, she even did the thing where she did the kind of the elbow and then palm punch into the solar plexus and the delayed blasting him away. I was like, man, y'all, okay. I see what y'all got going on here. She was doing her thing. Only to sort of get blasted by her son, or Madeline's son, whatever, what have you. That was really, really cool. The fight on Asteroid M was dope. Which I find it weird. I'm just like, how are y'all even having any ability to fight He's in his own turf. It's a there's metal everywhere. He should have just if y'all lucky, he don't want to kill y'all, because if he did, it's dead. Everybody's dead. But then we get the whole bit where Charles finally shows what he's willing to do, right? How far is he willing to go with this? Were you surprised that he was really willing? He looked like he was killing Magneto. Were you surprised that he decided to go that far?
No, because I called this shit since the first episode. That's why. I was like, oh, he's about to use his powers? Mm-hmm. I was not surprised. I'm like, it's writing itself. It's writing itself.
And
Onslaught.
And Magneto had bars too. He was like, oh, besides telling him to shut up, he was like, oh, I'm glad to see you finally got the metal to do what's needed. And I was like, oh, Magneto, you and your puns. Wolverine, you can't take that motherfucker anywhere. Am I wrong? You can't take that dude nowhere. Because he don't know how to turn it down, right? He's good in a fight, but he never know how to turn that shit down. So my man was ready to kill Magneto the entire time, right? And he eventually gets his chance. He stabs him in the back. You know, they show blood in a cartoon. I'm surprised they went that far. And then Magneto's like, all right, bitch, I got something for you. And we get to see the thing that I think fans of the 90s comics, fans of Wolverine and the X-Men have wanted to see for 30 years. Because Magneto is like, you too stupid to be fucking with me with metal on your bones. So let me snatch that from you real quick. And that's it. That was the end of the episode. So Ladi, I'm gonna go ahead and pick up that phone because you fucking called it. As soon as that happened, I was like, wait a minute, what? And I looked some stuff up and I was like, God damn. Ladi been saying this motherfucker's name this whole time. And I'll be damned if that's not exactly what happens immediately after all of this goes down. After Charles takes him over and everything like that and invades his mind, your boy Onslaught. Take your victory lap, my friend.
Oh, I've been taking my victory lap all day yesterday and all day today because I called it. I never wavered from Onslaught because I was saying to myself, who else is a bigger villain for this grand of a show? There's no one else. Bastion, man, get that motherfucker out the way. Bastion is literal chop. Bastion is what I call the Madara Uchiha / Sosuke Aizen of an anime. You think he's this badass villain when really he's just the pawn the entire damn time.
Yeah.
You love him. He's a great villain, but he ain't shit. The real villain, the entire time is Onslaught. And I knew it was happening. I just saw it setting up. I'm like, Magneto is doing this. I'm like, I know Magneto ain't dead. Oh, Charles is actually alive. Charles coming back to the Earth. Oh, dead Magneto. When Magneto turned off the magnetic field, the EMP bombed the planet, I'm like, yeah.
Yep, about to happen.
I was like, I was just like, it's either next episode he transforms into him, or it's the last episode. But it's happened.
It makes sense too, and like obviously Magneto is a villain, but he's been trying to turn over a new leaf, and then people keep fucking with him and they finally pushed him too far, and he's like, all right, well, I'm about to let y'all down, like he said in the second episode. But what's really going on is Charles Xavier's villainous side. Like, I don't want to call it villainous side, but his fucking up has got to come to a head. So this sort of villain turn as Onslaught makes sense to me. I think that he's been set up. He's been too much of a paragon of virtue, and that's got to come to an end. And I think the whole, Magneto's, his righteous anger and everything, kind of makes a lot of sense. Like Magneto he is framing Charles Xavier as a bit of a villain. Like if you listen to him, listen to the way he respects Charles, but as he said, like, look, we've walked your path. Look where it's led us, right? Your path has led us here. Me trying to follow and you do that has led us here. So why don't you try to walk my path? And he's like, this is a real schism between them more than you think, because he's even calling him a race traitor and everything like that. So this is really like a big deal, kind of a trial of Charles Xavier's, not just his character, but his, kind of his ideology. And it's kind of coming up wanting in the face of essentially a humanity. It's not all humanity, but the movers and shakers in humanity who have a vested interest in ending the mutant problem. And so who's right here? Who's going to prevail? And maybe the not picking either side leads to a really, really bad villain like Onslaught. So, oh man, that's a lot for next episode. Can they do it? Can they land this bird? That's what I wanted to know. Do you think they can land this bird?
Oh yeah. I just hope the transformation is bad. I just hope the transformation is badass. That's all I ask. Please make it his transformation is badass. That's all I ask.
Yeah, that's a hell of a villain to bring to the table. So I'll be very interested to see what they plan to do. Next week's finale is gonna be for the ages. I think it's, this whole season has been top tier, and if they land this plane properly, this could go down as one of the greatest comic book media ever, I think. So we'll keep an eye on it. We're looking forward to it next week. So anyway, those are all our thoughts on this episode. What did you guys think about it? What'd you think about what we had to say? Get down to the comments section, leave your thoughts there. And of course, you can always hit us up. supernotfunnyshow@gmail.com, blerd_force1 on Instagram and on Threads, and it's super_not_funny_show on TikTok. And while you're doing all that, get down there, hit like on this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. All that good stuff helps to grow this channel, helps more people to see videos just like this. All right, thanks for joining us. Come back next week. We're going to be reviewing the final episode of X-Men 97 Season 1, doing a season recap review and all that good stuff. Should be a good time. So until then, I've been Mo, your commentator extraordinaire on all things pop culture, joined by the anime expert, video game designer, and lover of all things superhero, my good friend Ladi. And we'll see you guys on the other side of the thread. Peace.
Peace.